In a heavyweight showdown to close out 2025, Kubrat Pulev is taking on Murat Gassiev in Dubai. This is a battle of heavyweights that'll take place on December 12th, Friday. Today, let's talk about these heavyweights and what could be expected between this matchup. When Kubrat Pulev steps into the ring against Murat Gassiev, these two heavyweights will bring their records of 32-3 for Kubrat and for Gassiev 32-2 against one another. And this is going to take place in Dubai. And the fight will be at the duty-free tennis stadium. Kubrat Pulev is now 44 years of age. He's an orthodox fighter that stands 6'4.5" with a 79.5-inch reach, where Gassiev is 32, an orthodox fighter who stands 6'2.5" with a 76-inch reach. Gassiev has previously competed at cruiserweight, where his first loss was against the likes of Alexander Usyk, where he lost a unanimous decision against Usyk. His second defeat came at the hands of Otto Wallin in September of 2023. Pulev is a fighter that I've nicknamed the caveman because not only the way he fights, but also his chiseled looks. But in the ring, the way he looks as a plotter, a guy who throws hooking, powerful shots. He's a lumbering fighter, and he's quite physical. However, he is not the most staunch of chin. Now, Gassiev can take a shot pretty good, but he is not one that will engage in exchanging. He tries to be crafty, and he boxes from the outside, but he'll employ a high guard. The difference with these two fighters will be their weights. And as they had weighed in for this particular event, we see that Kubrat weighed in at 253 to 230 to Gassiev. Now, Pulev has been in with the likes of Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, Mahmoud Char, and he's even being thought of as a future opponent for Moses Atoma if he can get past this match. But the split decision loss to Chisora in 2022, July, should be something to tell us exactly what could happen here. Gassiev may have a chance to win on points, but he's going to have to use his footwork. He's going to have to move in and out, which he can do and has done oftentimes in the past. However, his loss to Otto Wallin in September of 2023 was a fight that he could have possibly won had he done some things and employed a different type of strategy. But he has come back since and had two victories. A 2024 win over Cam Linguist and a 2025 August victory over Jeremiah Milton. Pulev is not a big puncher, but he'll punch you. He's clubbing with his shots. Only 14 KOs in his victories. But again, he presents a physicality. These two men are going to be plotters one way or the other. And it could be a snore fest or it could be a knockdown drag out. It really depends on the motivating factors that burn within the two men. If you ask me, Gassiev is going to really try to box, move his hands, be lateral, and give Kubrat issues. At the end of the day, I could see that Gassiev can win a decision, but we don't know if he'll be disciplined enough and if he'll be able to hold the weight and strength of Pulev if he decides to utilize the weight advantage that he has. That's something that is up in the air and we don't know for certain. the way I see it, Pulev will probably end up winning on decision, on points, and he'll be cannon fodder in the future for the likes of Moses Atuma. Or if Gassiev comes out on top, he'll be the one that faces Atuma more than likely. But either way, you have to look at it and acknowledge that these two men are on the downside where there's some youth and vigor happening in the division. Also on this card will be fighters the likes of Bakhdur Yusumov. He's going to take on Maxie Hughes in a 12-round scheduled lightweight bout. And then there'll be a few other fighters that we don't know a lot about, but the undercard is full. I believe that closing out the year in boxing, these kind of cards people should pay attention to because it sets things up for what you may be looking at and whom you may be taking a gander for next year, 2026. The fight will be broadcast on Dazn, so you'll get a chance, if you're a subscriber of that app, you'll get a chance to see these fighters. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about this fight, Pulev and Gassiev. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.